So last night, the Memphis, Tennessee Police Department released the body cam footage and other footage of the arrest of Tyre Nichols, who died 3 days later in the hospital after this arrest. He was completely and utterly, brutally beaten. He was kicked on the ground. There was just so many heinous, inhumane acts in that footage. I watched it last night live on CNN. I cannot show any of that footage here on YouTube. It will get taken down, and then you guys just won't be able to see the video that I make if I was to cover it. So I cannot cover the footage in and of itself, unfortunately, due to YouTube's policies. However, we do have Fox News coverage of Tyre Nichols and the arrest, and the first clip that we're going to watch here is a clip from the 5. Now, this clip, this was done before the footage was released yesterday. This was before the footage was released, this clip we have here. So we're going to watch this.
Does it bother you we don't have the cops' perspective at all? I mean, it looks overwhelming. I get it. But don't we need both sides?
Well,
These were evidently elite cops. These weren't just fresh out of the academy.
No, but they had a reputation for being extremely aggressive.
We're going to get their body cam video. We'll know what they said, and then they will also have their day in court when the case is.
But they're also street crime. We're dealing with a different breed of cop. This is the cop who goes in the city. This is the cop who grabs the guns, the drugs. I mean, these are rougher cops, not in the sense that they're violating the law, but they are in the face of criminals every minute.
Okay, so every single thing that was said in that clip was literally fucking bullshit. So let's start with Brian Kilmeade. Brian Kilmeade says that we need both sides. We have to see the cop side of it before anyone can make any judgment. And I don't know if Brian Kilmeade, if that was a joke or what it was, but of all the people that are saying that they need to see both sides, I feel like Fox News is some of the only people that can't say that. They just literally make up conspiracies on their network all the time. Yesterday, this got overshadowed completely by the Tyre Nichols stuff, which is very important. I understand why, but they released the security camera footage of Paul Pelosi, Nancy Pelosi's husband, who had his home broken into, and he was brutally attacked by some crazy motherfucker with a hammer. They released the security footage from Paul Pelosi's home, and it showed that this guy was a random motherfucker. He broke in and to cause hurt to Paul Pelosi, and he was looking for Nancy. And after that happened, Fox News and a bunch of conservatives, even the politicians, said that it was Paul Pelosi's, he had like a gay lover, like he hired like a gay prostitute, and they were doing weird shit with each other, and it was all staged. That's what Fox News literally said. And then they released the security camera footage yesterday, and then even then, they were still saying this isn't enough evidence. So for Brian Kilmeade to say we need to see both sides, I can't take him seriously. Fox News showing both sides. I mean, just a couple days ago, when Mike Pence was found to have had classified documents at his house, they were joking on this program, now we have to show both sides. Fox News never shows both sides, because if they did, that would completely do away with all of the stupid bullshit that they say every single day on their network.
Does it bother you we don't have the cops' perspective at all? I mean, it looks overwhelming. I get it. But don't we need...
It doesn't matter that we don't have the cops' perspective, because regardless, Tyre Nichols did not need to die. He did not need to die. According to the Memphis police officers that pulled him over, he was being pulled over for a reckless driving incident that happened a month earlier. The Memphis police chief said that they could not even find any evidence that Tyre Nichols had committed a reckless driving offense at all, period. So he got pulled over for no reason. He should not have died. That's the end of the story. He did not deserve to die, even if he had been reckless driving the month before. He did not deserve to die. So, Brian, your point of, don't we need both sides? No, Brian, we don't need both sides. The police did not have any right to take another man's life. That is not their decision to make, Brian. I mean, if it was anyone that he knew or loved in this situation, he would not be saying this. They're incapable of empathy.
Both sides.
Well,
These were evidently elite cops. These weren't just...
And that just makes it so much worse. These were evidently elite cops. Well, if they were so elite, how come Tyre Nichols lost his life? If they're such elite cops that have such good training, how come he died? If they're elite cops, they don't sound like elite cops to me. They sound like crazy motherfuckers that literally don't care about anything at all other than pushing whatever narrative or whatever goal it is that the cops are trying to push. The cops in this country, policing in this country, is literally based upon white supremacy. It shouldn't be like that. It's not supposed to be like that, but that's what it is in our society. So again, that argument just makes it worse. If they're elite cops, then how is this happening?
Fresh out of the academy.
No, but they had a reputation for being extremely aggressive.
We're going to get their body cam video. We'll know what they said.
Well, it sounds like she's kind of, not being completely unabashedly pro-law enforcement like Fox News normally always is. She was saying, they're a little more aggressive. I don't know what she meant by that. She's kind of getting overshadowed by Judge Big Mouth over here.
We'll know what they said, and then they will also have their day in court when the case is.
But they're also street crime. We're dealing with a different breed of cop. This is the cop who goes in the city. This is the cop who grabs the guns, the drugs. I mean, these are rougher cops. Not.
So if they're the cops that go in and grab the guns and the drugs, Judge Moron, then why the fuck were they pulling someone over for a reckless driving charge again in the middle of the street again a month prior? Why are they doing that? If they're the hard cops that have to go in and get the guns and drugs, why are they pulling some guy over in the middle of the street for a reckless driving charge that didn't even happen? And even if it did happen, which it didn't, was still a month before. Why are they pulling him over randomly in the middle of an intersection? It doesn't make sense. Everything they're saying, it just makes it worse. Your arguments are not good. They're making the cops look worse. I don't think that they're smart enough to understand that.
The sense that they're violating the law, but they are in the face of criminals every minute.
Then I don't even know. I can't even speak to that last point because that was just so ridiculous. Now, this next clip is from Jesse Waters' program that he has on the weekends, I do believe. And over here on the side of the screen, over here, this is footage of Tyre Nichols' death, and unfortunately, this is going to have to be blurred out. I cannot show you guys any of this footage. My video will get taken down. You will not be able to see it. I will receive a community guideline strike. As much as I disagree with YouTube's policy on this, I cannot go about showing you guys the footage as much as I think it's important for people to see it or not subject themselves to it if you don't want to. But still, I cannot show you guys this. So if you see a big blurred out over here, this is the footage of Tyre Nichols being completely brutalized by police for literally no reason. But let's watch this clip.
So we don't know the toxicology report. We don't know if this guy was on something, that they hit him with the pepper spray and it just didn't really affect him.
I don't understand this. This is the same thing they're doing with Keenan Anderson, the George Floyd, so many. The toxicology report, that doesn't matter. Nothing in this video was warranted. If he was on illicit narcotics or not, nothing in this video that was done to this man was warranted. Period. End of fucking story. It doesn't matter what the toxicology report says. What do you think he was? What is he? Did he take fucking Superman drug? The pepper spray didn't work. Because the cops don't know how to use the fucking pepper spray right. One of the cops literally says in the video, as he's pepper spraying Nichols, who is on the ground, handcuffed with 3 other officers on him, he's sitting there spraying him, and then it goes into the other cop's eyes, and then after everything's said and done, he's like, that motherfucker made me pepper spray myself. He didn't make you pepper spray yourself. You're a fucking moron. And so is Jesse Waters. That doesn't matter at all, Jesse.
And we don't have an autopsy from the city, an official autopsy.
We don't have an official autopsy from the city, but an independent coroner's report literally said that this man died from being beaten very violently. That's literally what they said he died from. So, but he's not going to talk about that. We're not going to talk about that on Fox News.
Immediately,
the arbiter of truth.
You know, I didn't see any death blows. Maybe it was an accumulation of blunt force trauma to the head.
I didn't see any death blows. Okay. All right, Jesse. Okay. If it was Jesse in this situation and people were saying, oh, I didn't see any death blows, Jesse, would that be okay? I don't think he'd be agreeing with that if it was Jesse Waters in this situation, which he would never be in this situation because he's a white man. But, I mean, what the fuck are you talking about? Did he not watch the fucking video? Did he just not watch it? I didn't see any death blows. They picked this man up after he had already been slammed to the ground, picked him up while he was handcuffed just to punch his ass. They kept punching him over and over and over and over for no reason. I didn't see any death blows. What, is one punch supposed to kill him? What? That didn't... I can't even... I don't know how these words can get past someone's brain and then out their mouth. How are you even thinking something that fucking stupid? How? We can see the footage for ourselves. You can't make that argument. I didn't see any death blows. What the fuck did you see then? I guess you didn't watch it. I guess Jesse Waters just didn't watch the footage that he's literally reporting on live.
Did you see anything that told you that was it?
No, I didn't see anybody, you know, stomping on the guy's head, you know, kicking him in the face.
They literally did that, though. They literally kicked him in the face. This guy's literally just lying. I mean, there's nothing even, like, deep about it. He's just fucking lying. He just literally lied. I don't know who the fuck this guy is, but Bill Stanton, retired NYPD officer. I mean, he's an officer. What do you expect? He's a fucking cop. They all protect each other. What is he going to get on TV and say, yeah, those cops, what they did was wrong? No, he's a fucking police officer. Are you joking? Are you kidding me? They were literally kicking him in the face, though. I mean, I didn't see him getting kicked in the face or stomped on the head. Yeah, he just got punched in the head. He just got kicked literally all over the place. He got brutalized in every single way possible. What? What?
No, I didn't see anybody, you know, stomping on the guy's head, you know, kicking him in the face. I didn't say any of that. To your point, that may have been a mitigating factor.
Yeah. Again, it's incredibly hard to watch.
Is it, Jesse, for you? Did you watch it? I don't know if you watched it. I don't even know. I mean, I could sit here all day and talk about Fox News and just how terrible their coverage on literally everything is. You know, I don't know about this Bill Stanton guy. You know, he's a fucking idiot. I don't even know why he said that they weren't punching and kicking him when they were punching and kicking him. They were literally kicking him. You know, Jesse Waters, you know, he has his own program on Fox News, and he goes on there. He tries to act like a discount Tucker Carlson. But, you know, that's all I have for this one. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you hit the like button, walk on over to the subscribe button, hit the subscribe button, and then press that little bell, turn all notifications on so you never miss an upload.